Good morning, this is Jason Horak. It is June 28th, 2012. Giving you an update on the 1987 Dodge Daytona electric vehicle. Here's what we've been up to today. As you can see, the motor is out of the car at this point, and got hooked up to some batteries to do a burn-in for the new brushes. What's interesting is these are the old brushes. Try to get a shot of that here. Now what you may notice is that they're not all even. They wore quite unevenly, and the two kind of in the center here, these guys, were very much unworn. It actually, it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but they were not seated properly. They were in the motor, and the spring fingers were not holding them down in place. So as far as I know, these have never been used. For the entire 10,000 miles that I've driven the car, those two brushes may not have actually been engaged. So that's kind of a interesting side note, that the motor was quite happy to work with less than all of its brushes intact. And I'm not sure if it happened during shipping or just got bumped while I was installing it. But here's a little close-up of the brushes, the new ones installed. These are the Helwig split-top brushes. And so there's this finger here of metal that holds the brushes in place. It's a little spring-loaded kind of thing. Again, it's really hard to make out on the camera, but that presses down on the top of the brush and holds it in place. Well, those other two brushes were actually kind of half out of the motor, just kind of hanging there, held on the side by the springs, and weren't really doing a whole lot of good. So anyway, new brushes are installed. I have taken off the pressure plate and clutch, and the clutch left a whole bunch of black nasty goo all over everywhere. I'm pretty sure, I don't really know, looking at the clutch, what's wrong with it, or if there's anything wrong with it. I'm guessing that it's burnt and worn, but I mean, I don't know, it looks okay to me. I'm still going to replace it with a new clutch once it gets here. However, I've been informed by the online parts store, Auto Accessories Garage, that the center force dual friction clutch that I had ordered, I don't know, June 5th, is now been back ordered. They basically kept saying that it was order processing, and then now all of a sudden it's back ordered. So no ETA on when that's even going to happen. But I want to get the car put back together, so I'm probably going to put in a different clutch, maybe the one that was originally on this car when it was a gas car, just temporarily, and then once that clutch finally does show up, the new racing one, then I get to rip everything apart again and put it back together. Not real thrilled about that whole plan, but I'm not going to put in my new aluminum flywheel with an old clutch just because it seems like a bad idea. I don't know, it would probably be fine, but anyway, so what we're going to do is spin this guy up, and you can hear, assuming the background noise isn't too bad, you can hear how loud it is with the new brushes freshly seated. They're just right in there. You've just been put in just now, so here we go.
I'm no expert, but it sounds like it might be spinning a lot quicker than it was before. Already. And we're just going to let it run like this for a good long time. Power. Now it's interesting to note how much more quickly the motor spins down to a stop now that I've removed all the weight of that pressure plate and clutch. It's actually quite a bit less inertia or maybe there's more friction on the new brushes. I'm not really sure, since they're not burned in yet, or seated. So anyway, that's what's going on with the whole motor situation. Over here I've got the mounting bracket all bolted up and ready to go. So this little guy will be going, well, in the engine compartment. Yep, so it'll go like this, and let's kind of get an idea here. Kind of goes right on those brackets like so, and then it clears everything down there quite nicely and will support the tail shaft of the motor. It'll also give me quite a bit more space back here, hopefully for more batteries. The new battery box is still a work in progress, but we'll see what happens there. So anyway, that's just an update for today, June 28th, 2012. So I'll get back to y'all later. Have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.